All right, welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. I'm glad you're here with me this morning on Monday. I hope you had a great weekend. And today I want to talk to you. I want to get back, as you probably know, on Mondays, I like to talk a little bit more about mindset, kind of get you set up for the week. And I've been talking a little bit about the lessons that I've learned from one of my mentors, Robert Stuber. And he has a program called Creating Your Ultimate Destiny. And in this program, he's got 12 specific things, steps, course, resources, lessons, basically, that you can learn on how to create your ultimate destiny. And today we're going to be talking about how you can live your destiny now. And I want to start out just with the quote of the day. The quote of the day is by Denzel Washington. It's, if you don't fail, you're not even trying. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. That's by Denzel Washington. I think it's a great quote because I think so many times we're trying to create and think and figure out how to live our ultimate destiny, but we're not just doing the actions that it takes to get there. So what I want to do today is I want to talk to you about this idea of creating your ultimate destiny. But before I start, let's just kind of review what we talked about last Monday. We talked about this idea of what is your ultimate destiny and what is it? Because so many people are chasing what it is they're trying to create in their life. They're trying to find their purpose and their passion. But ultimately, what we talked about is that your destiny is whatever you want it to be. Your destiny is whatever you want it to be. But it starts with knowing that you are powerful, that you have the ability to create your destiny. You have the ability to live your destiny. And so it does really start with you. Now, we also talked last Monday about the fact that destiny and life are shaped by your beliefs that you have. And the idea is that you gain beliefs through your experience in life. But you can't always control the events that you're having in your life, but you do control the meaning that you give them. And so it really does boil back to the fact that your beliefs and your thoughts will shape your experience that you're having in this life. And so to shape your beliefs, you really have to learn to become aware of what meaning or filter that you're giving things in your life. So what we really kind of culminated to last week is the idea that you shouldn't pursue your happiness. You shouldn't pursue your happiness, the things that you think are going to make you happy. You should pursue your destiny. You can pursue your destiny. And by doing that, you do it by becoming the person you want to be, by achieving the results that you want to achieve, and contributing to the benefit of other people along the way. I think that is the best way to create your ultimate destiny, by living it. Now, this week, what I want to do is I want to talk to you a little bit about how you can start living your destiny now. How do you start living your destiny now? And this comes down to your decisions. Your decisions that you make are going to affect and help you to live your destiny right here, right now, in the present. So there was a great medieval philosopher and theologian called St. Thomas Aquinas. You probably heard of it before, but he said something pretty powerful. So listen to this. He said, 3 things are necessary for the salvation of a man: to know what he ought to believe, to know what he ought to desire, and to know what he ought to do. And I think that is really a great quote that leads us into this idea today of how do you start living your destiny now through your decisions. So first thing you got to do is you've got to define and live your unique destiny. And there's 4 simple steps that you can use to decide and act on your destiny right now. There's just 4 simple steps, and they're ones we're going to dig into a little bit. But the first step is just decide what you desire in your life. What is it you want your life to be like? So many times we try to think of what we want to do and what things we want to have. Really start by deciding, what do you want your life to be like? What do you desire in your life? The second step is to decide what beliefs will lead you to fulfill that desire. And that is so important. If you didn't listen to last Monday, you got to go back and listen to that, because your beliefs are going to help create your life. And so you've got to decide, once you know what you want, you've got to decide what beliefs are going to lead you to get that in your life. And you have to start to adopt those beliefs. Even if you don't believe them now, you have to choose consciously to start believing things that will lead you to what you want. The third step is to decide what you have to do to get what you want. You have to decide exactly what you have to do to get what you want. And then number 4, you have to do it. No excuses. You've got to make commitments and you've got to take action. Now, I know that sounds super simple, and it is. The irony is that in life, things are very simple, but they're not easy. and it requires commitment. So let's break this down just a little bit more so we can take you a little bit further in what it's going to take for you to start living your destiny now. The first step is most important, and that's to decide what you want your life to be like. Now, you don't need to, this is the part most people get caught up in. I have myself even. You don't need to know where you're going to end up. You don't need to know the whole journey and the process to get there, because sometimes your path will evolve as you go. And most times it is in hindsight that the story really unfolds itself. You've heard Wayne Dyer talk about when you look back on the tapestry of your life, events become more meaningful and understand what's happening. And most people have a shortfall here. They don't really get moving forward because they're so afraid they've got to figure out the path. And what I'm here to tell you is that the first step of just knowing what you want is the key. And then you can start living that journey. So let's talk about a couple of challenges that I think you'll be faced while you're living your destiny. And these are challenges that myself, maybe this is as much for me as it is for anyone. But these are challenges you got to be aware of if you're going to get past them. The first is maybe there's something just stirring inside you and you feel like there's something missing. Is there something missing in your life, something that you don't feel is right? And you get caught up in that challenge. You get caught up in thinking and focusing on what it is that's missing. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's an opportunity. Maybe it's security. But you're going to be faced with the challenge while you're living your destiny, while you're living what it is you want to live, with something feeling missing. The second thing is maybe you know what it is that you want, but you don't believe it's possible. Maybe you really, truly believe that you want that relationship, or you want that money, or you want that lifestyle, or you want to be able to do a certain thing. You just don't believe it's possible. The key is not to let either of these things stop you from taking action. When you feel like something's missing and you're waiting for the right thing, or you don't believe it's possible to do what you want to do, sometimes that holds you up. The key is to just take action anyway and have the faith and believe in your own power and greatness to make it happen throughout your life, because the power is inside you to create your life. You have to remember this. You have the power to be happy anytime you choose. You just have to realize that you have that ability. So many times we feel like it's outside of us, things outside of us that are going to help us to be successful, are going to help us to be happy. And the trick here is managing your happiness and your desires and not making the mistake that you're waiting for happiness and you're waiting for something to appear in your life and it keeps you from moving. You've got to be able to move forward no matter whether you feel those things are missing or not. So don't stop. Here's another key ingredient. You might be kind of accomplishing some things in your life, and when you make something happen, you stop because you feel like you've accomplished what you want. One thing I want to really encourage you to do is not to get complacent, because no matter where you are in your life, you're meant for more. Happiness and destiny are both things that are an ongoing journey, things that are going to happen as sort of a way of life. So see, I think sometimes I want you to really think about this. So many people feel like happiness or destiny is some kind of destination. And the minute you realize that it's an ongoing journey and it becomes your way of life, it's not the destination to get there, it's the way of life. That's when you can start to create and grow both happiness and your destiny right now. That's the whole point of what I want to talk to you about today. How do you live your destiny right now instead of feeling like it's some future event? And so how do you do that? It's really going to be focusing on doing something that you love. And I really believe if you make that a part of your day-to-day life, doing something you love, back to your unique talent, right? Finding something you're passionate about and you're good at. Focus on something you love on a day-to-day basis, and that's going to help you to live your destiny right now. And don't forget the little things that make destiny so exciting and special. Leave room for, the fun along the way. And so here's what I want you to do this week. As we're living your destiny and we're trying to bring this into your life every day, I want to challenge you. Have you ever gone through an experience that in hindsight you would have done differently? Think about that. Have you ever gone through an experience that in hindsight you would do differently? Well, figure out what it is you truly want in your life. Figure it out and have that be your day-to-day destiny. So think about that. How do you, what do you really want in your life? What do you really want to accomplish? What do you want to contribute to others? and what are your dreams and goals, and find ways to be able to bring those into your day-to-day life. Brainstorm ways that you can build into your life the things that you love. I want you to think about that this week. What are the things that you love, and how can you bring those into your day-to-day so that you can start living your destiny right now? How can you have more fun? Do you have a dream board? Do you have a vision board of stuff that you want to accomplish, but that you could be doing right now with your family, your friends, your business, your associates, your challenges that you're giving yourself? Find ways to do that, and I promise you, you will start to live your destiny now, and you'll be happier, and your destiny will be the way. That's my message for today. I hope it's something that gives you some ideas and inspiration to move forward. I look forward to talking with you more tomorrow. Do me a favor and share this show, share this episode. We're trying to get the message out there so that more and more understand that they can create their life right now. And also, I want to hear what you're up to. So hit me up on the Daily Mastermind on Instagram, Facebook, or you can email me. I always put my email in the show notes. And I look forward to talking with you more tomorrow. Once again, this is George Wright. Have an amazing day.